Yeah, this is Brendan Moriarty. So I've been working on all this great sort of science, right? A lot of it with energy, architecture, civility, civility in energy, systems that get us to the truth. This is something that's very difficult because the more we think about it, the more we're complicating things, and the complexity requires sort of energy, but of the human sort. And it's going in my mind, but I'm a little distracted. Um, so, so this big picture, okay. So this, the big map of of humanity. So with the cultural normative, the geography, the civility of geography, going west to get away from your entrenched nemesis. And so I want to do this whole big thing, the traffic, transportation, architecture, clarity, having value just above loyalty. Loyalty meaning a normative functionality of humanity, and using small words. Not that the head has to be like giant, but that civility is enabled by the big head. Not jumping to the wrong conclusions. Rather having systems that find all this stuff and puts it together. So that's the really big stuff, okay? It requires all this data to be sort of on timelines, but also on sort of flow charts, so that you can actually look at the map and not have an argument. If you're going to have an argument, make sure it's with someone you love, right? And that way you will get the answers, right? Because that's true love is going to find the answers. And yet make sure that there is love for everyone, even those who do not have the answers, who will never have the answers, or don't care. We still have to care for them, otherwise they're gonna find some loyalty to it's going to be disruptive, inefficient by geography. And so you have to look at the geography and the general and the normal, and not think, because normal is like you're controlling the puppet, but you're not sure what's going on up there, right? So the heart and the mind starts at home, and then it leads those who want to go off to the new reality. Okay, so that's going to be the big stuff that I hope there will be a feast of minds, with the data. The table is spread with the map that you can say, there it is. Let's have some dynamic distraction that allows us to live and yet to give what is really needed. And so the technology, from the hardware, the platform, to the software, which is the vector flow type of thing, but assembling all existing knowledge on the subjects of sociology and technology. So that's the big thing, all right? So let's make it happen, and it's going to be awesome. It's just going to be incredibly simplified, Normalization. It's like I guess you have like a chemistry sort of scientific method of assembling the procedural language of the policy function, right? And not having to waste any words on any complications, just complexities, just saying, there's the clock that allows us to be ideal and prime and the time of the new age order. Is the planets, it's not the continents, the great divide that provides that power, but the stars that lead us away from any sort of rationalizing despair or desperate rationalization, and the allowing the language, the beauty, the art to be the energy that turns the wheels of this great clock, sort of a Dr. Manhattan type of awareness. That is, it's one step. It's one step before, but it's also like a whole cycle behind in our cultural realities. My keys. So that's the big thing, and hope to make it happen. Really, it's so far it's in my mind, but I know it can be done, but we're gonna have to have some sort of miracle, right? Okay, that's good.